Yo, it's yours truly, Carcino, here on the live feed. Doing this live, y'all. And that's because I still get emails about this fight. Normally, fights like this fade out when it gets towards Wednesday. Tonight is the Rope-A-Dope radio show. I'll be on the Rope-A-Dope radio show tonight. Yeah, a person who don't know boxing would say Triple G won. Anybody who knows something about boxing, the only reason they're saying Triple G won is because they picked Triple G to knock out Canelo. And when the knockout didn't happen, you know what they said? Oh, man. But he won, though. Yeah, he won. I know he didn't get the knockout, but he won, though. He didn't win. He didn't win at all. No, Lennox Lewis don't. A lot of people are doing it because they are lying to. HBO went to people that said Gennady Golovkin won. They want to promote those people. Anybody who believes Canelo, a lot of people don't like Canelo for some reason. I don't know what it is. Canelo clearly won this fight. He outboxed him. He made him miss every time. What's funny to me is everybody's talking about Golovkin's jab. His jab was indestructible all night. I'm like, he barely landed the jab. And you know what they were counting as punches? Let me show you. Look at that. I'll count that as a punch. Look at that. You see him just do two, look, one, two. He did that a lot. They count those as punches. So the jab count is done by a human being. So it don't even count. All these range finders and trying to flick his arm out, they're counting those as punches. It's ridiculous. That's why you can't even trust a system. Canelo clearly won the rounds. Clearly. He has more boxing skill in his left shoe than Gennady Golovkin has in his whole body. I had it 8-4 for Canelo. 7-5 I can live with. I can live with a lot of those decisions. Canelo landed all the cleaner punches. All the punches you've seen landed. Gennady never landed anything solid. And he talked about it at the end of the fight. How he didn't land nothing solid with the right hand. Only thing he did was land with the left. What fight has he won? Did he beat Danny Jacobs? No. He didn't win that fight against Danny Jacobs. And he didn't win this fight against Canelo. Both fights he lost. Oh, HBO was terrible all night. Oh, yeah, it went as planned. Now Canelo can go ahead and fight Cotto in a rematch and be the retirement of Miguel Cotto. Canelo's not an HBO fighter. Terrence Crawford is not an HBO fighter. Lomachenko is not an HBO fighter. I like great fighters. Period. I don't care who promotional company they with. I know. Triple G ducks Laura and nobody even blinks an eye. He's afraid to fight Arislandi Laura. Floyd would knock out Lomachenko. Cold. Because they know what they have. Abel Sanchez know what he got in front of him. He know Gennady can't deal with movement. He know Gennady is very one-dimensional. He's only there with his power. He's really strong, legal or illegal, we don't know, but he's really strong, and he comes forward because he's heavier than his opponent. When he fought somebody his size, Danny Jacobs, we saw what happened. Right, he wants you to stand in front of him so he can hit you. But when you give him movement and box him, and then when he starts to fatigue, but you got to have some power to put on him to make him not want to come in. Triple G was standing back and didn't want to come in. That's why he only got 8 body shots in the whole fight. Why did he have 8 body shots? Because he felt Canelo's power. If Canelo didn't have any power, he'd have walked right through him. But he didn't. He stayed there and said, I'm going to wait because this dude got some pop. Canelo was resting on the ropes. He didn't go in there. And Roy Jones was wondering why he wasn't going in there. Because he didn't want to get caught. So now, in this fight, which is very shocking to me, this is how you know Triple G fans are stupid. And they just trying to grasp at straws. Now, somebody lands 3 little tip-tap jabs and somebody lands a big right hand to their face and knock their head back. Those little 3 tip-tap jabs was equivalent to the one big shot that you've seen in the fight. No. It has never been scored like that in the history of mankind. He rarely landed anything clean the entire fight on Canelo. Even when Canelo was taking the rounds off. If I see 2 skilled fighters, I'll let you know. I seen one skilled fighter fight a guy that was bigger than him. And he matadored him, boxed him, used angles, and popping his head back with hard shots. See, it's a lot of stupid people that watch boxing. They call casual fans. They walk in when there's a big fight. But they don't watch the rest of the boxing for the rest of the year. Only when there's a big fight. So you get stupid remarks like, he walked through his punches. He walked through them. That means he's getting hit. He didn't walk through him. He was getting hit. Now, this is the same person that said Laura beat Canelo. This guy said Laura beat Canelo too. So Laura did what Canelo did in this fight. Canelo came after Laura and chased Laura down in the fight. and stalked him. While Laura boxed and moved and used angles. But you would say Laura won. Canelo boxed, used ankles. Triple G stalked him. But Triple G won. Okay, you guys got it. You guys got me confused. I picked Laura to win against Canelo. I thought he won 7 rounds to 5. I picked Laura to win the fight, scoring it for Erislandy Laura. 7 rounds to 5. Andre Ward would knock out he would knock out Triple G. Because Andre Ward is not going to do the mistakes that Canelo did in this fight. The mistake Canelo did was he used too much energy moving around the ring when he really didn't need to from the beginning. He could have won the fight just standing in front of Triple G. Just tying him up, walking him back, stopping his momentum every chance he got. Started your offense, land your shots, stop Gennady Golovkin by tying him up. Pop and tie up, pop and tie up, pop and tie up. Stop the action, keep him dulled out of the fight. Don't let him build up any momentum by you backing up, resting on the ropes, giving him momentum. He made the fight a lot tougher physically on himself by getting himself exhausted by exerting so much energy moving around the ring. He could have really done it differently. If Floyd was Triple G size, that wouldn't even be a fight. That'd be a 12-round shutout. Because see, Floyd would do everything I just told you right then and there. He would have stopped him, stopped his action. The jab, that's how you take away his jab. Canelo did win. He came back and closed the fight out like a champion. Triple G didn't close the fight out like a champion. Canelo did. Knocking his head off, his shoulders, everything. We know Floyd is too small for Triple G. That's why Triple G called him out. It's no surprise. Canelo beat Triple G in the middle of the ring. So for him saying that Canelo wasn't there to be hit, Canelo was there. He couldn't do anything about it. See, Canelo could beat him in the middle of the ring. Because that's how Gennady Golovkin don't counter anybody. That's what he does. He shells up. So you're not going to beat Canelo Alvarez when you're not throwing punches. Well, Teddy likes one thing. If he sees you do one thing, that's just how Teddy is. Teddy probably bet on Triple G and thought Triple G would probably stop Canelo. All these guys, like I told you, all these guys who picked Triple G to win by knockout are saying he won because they picked him to win by knockout. So they don't want to be wrong twice and have egg on their face and say they got completely lost. They just gonna say, oh no, he didn't get the knockout, but he won. He didn't do any of it. See, here's the example. Look at that, standing right in front of him. Whip. See, he's missing. Missing shots. And he did it all night long. Miss, miss, miss. And Canelo's, all he had to do was stand in one spot and he could beat Triple G all night. There's no such thing as a knockout fight. Canelo is the smaller guy. He was supposed to be knocked out, according to y'all. I told y'all it was going to be a draw. I told you how it was going to play out. I told you how the cards was going to be scored. And it was scored exactly the same way. It played out exactly how I said it. I said Canelo will get a big lead early. Then Gennady Golovkin will get started in the middle rounds while Canelo's resting. and Canelo will close the show. How many people promise knockouts? Everybody promises a knockout. De La Hoya, everybody who fought Floyd promised a knockout, didn't they? Yeah, he don't want a rematch. His team do not want to fight Canelo Alvarez. Period. They don't want no more Canelo. They know he cannot knock out Canelo Alvarez. Canelo was better than they thought. And now that he's seen Gennady in the ring, and Gennady's power is not what he thought it was going to be, he can beat him even easier in the rematch. They don't want that. Not for Gennady. This fight did not go as planned. Gennady got hit too much and too hard. Canelo was ready and prepared for him. Last time they sparred, they were 20 years old. And now, go to Doug Fisher. Go to Steve Kim. Go say, what happened to Canelo, Doug Fisher and Steve Kim? I thought he got killed by Triple G. I thought he got killed when they sparred when he was 20 years old. See how sparring and a real fight is entirely different? That was 6 years ago. Canelo is now 26 in his fighting prime. Gennady Golovkin is 35 years old. And it's amazing. Once the fight was over, they start bringing up Gennady's 35. Gennady's 35. But you picked this 35-year-old guy to knock out the 26-year-old. So don't throw his age in there now, HB old. Yeah, they making excuses for Triple G. But the thing is why you got to make excuses? I thought your guy was a killer. I thought he could knock Canelo out. And his jab dominated the fight, right? That's what they told me. Well, let's get to something. Because I want to see something here. The jab was his only weapon. I've never seen a guy, they said, win a fight just by throwing a jab when a guy is knocking his head off with power shots. Never seen that happen. Okay, here's the stat. We're getting close to a stat I want to see here. There we go. That's what I wanted right there. Punches landed round by round. I already showed you in the beginning what HB Old was showing you. You see that? And this is by a rigged system. Nobody in the world saw Gennady Golovkin landing more punches than Canelo Alvarez in the first round except for Harold Letterman and Jim Lampley. The second round, Canelo landed 14-12 according to their corrupt system. Now, according to their system, Gennady landed 15, Canelo landed 13. Canelo landed 13, Gennady landed 18. That's 4 more punches. 4 more punches in the 5th round. In the 6th round, they were even. Almost. 1 punch over. 7th round, 12 for Canelo, 16 for Gennady Golovkin. So, if you look at it, Who's throwing the power punches and landing them? Canelo. This guy's landing a jab. So you're telling me 2 extra jabs is more efficient than a guy who's landing power punches? But I thought he was dominating him with the jab. I gave the 7th round to Triple G. I gave the first 6 rounds to Canelo Alvarez. Right, you have to have an effective jab to where it dominates the fight. His jab never was the imprint of the entire fight. When the jab is the imprint, that means the other fighter is controlled by the jab. You're moving him with the jab. You're dictating the pace with the jab. If you're controlling a fight with your jab, the other fighter is not getting to you. Your face don't look like that after 7 rounds. But his face looked like that. No, a jab can win a fight when you stay behind the jab and execute it. How many times was he snapping Canelo's head back with jabs all night? No. They were pitiful jabs. Some of them were good, but a lot of them were caught with the glove and weren't even fully landing. But we thought he was dominating the fight. Look at the first 7 rounds. That shows you the punch stats are close. And they're giving Gennady Golovkin rounds and giving him punches scored. And this is the first 7 rounds. And this is HBO, the crooked HBO counter. So by their own admission, Gennady Golovkin is only landing like 2 or 3 punches extra per round through the first 7 rounds. And Canelo's landing power shots. But he's dominating because of a jab. Exactly. He was exposed at the fact that he's not the guy all you guys thought he was. I know, Nintendo guy. And that's why your name's Nintendo. You don't watch boxing or understand it. Somebody's on the ropes don't mean that they're hurt. They're resting on the ropes. When Floyd was on the ropes, when Oscar De La Hoya was coming forward, people seemed to understand and knew that Floyd Mayweather wasn't hurt. He was resting and letting De La Hoya exert himself. See, the ropes are your friend if you know how to fight off the ropes. As you can see, Gennady Golovkin was afraid to come in there because he respected Canelo's power. He felt Canelo's power and said, okay, I can't just jump in there. He made him look real dumb on a lot of occasions. But that's what I wanted you guys to see. Look how close all the rounds were with the landed punches according to the corrupt HBO punch stat. So by their corruption, which there's all for Triple G, look how close was the punch stat. And Canelo's landing the more telling shots. When someone lands the more telling blows in a fight, all the highlight reel shots are landed by Canelo. He effectively walked down Canelo, right? That's what you said. Canelo was afraid of him. And Canelo ran all night. That's what you said, right? Y'all counting on a rematch that's not gonna come. They're not fighting. Get that out your head. These two are not fighting. Canelo's standing in front of him. You see what Gennady did? He jumped back. He jumped back. Canelo went to his body, and what did he do? He jumped 4 feet back. Why did he jump back? Canelo's right there. I thought Canelo ran from him all night. Why did he jump back? He jumped back. This is round 8. He jumped back. Why did he jump? Slip. Boom. There's a hook from Canelo. There's your jab. Oh! Right hand on top of the head. Canelo right there. Okay, he's standing there. There's your jabs. Okay. Caught most of them with the gloves. Okay, he landed the jab. Oh! What is he doing? He's jumping back. Canelo's in front of him. He's jumping back. He's jumping back. You guys have been lied to. Lied to. He boxed this guy. When he stood in front of him, he beat this bum. And y'all sit here, you sit here and allow yourselves to be manipulated by commentary, by people who watch it. I understand. Some people like, my boy like, look, dog, I was drunk. I'm like, yeah, I understand. He was drunk. So I got it. Like him, I don't. Exactly. Canelo's moving around, giving him angles. But he stood in front of this guy and fought when he wanted to. He dictated the pace the entire fight. He dictated when the fight would take place, when the fight wasn't going to take place. That's what you do. That's called boxing. This bum, fighters know. Okay, Silly G, no, he did not win no fight. Silly G, no, Canelo was hurting him. But they want to crown this guy and try to make him the new Mayweather and break his record and all this. This dude is a bum. He's one-dimensional if I've ever seen it. He's stiff as a board. But y'all wanted to crown him. But he was who we thought he was. And we let him off the hook. Ring generalship? Canelo had the ring generalship. He dictated when he wanted to fight in the middle. If you have an effective jab, you dictate the pace. He didn't dictate the pace with his jab. He used his jab to defend himself because that's the only thing he had. But he couldn't control Canelo. At no point in the fight did he control Canelo. Canelo went to the ropes on his own accord. Canelo moved around the ring on his own accord. He didn't even cut off the ring. He don't know how. He walked and followed him all night. If they have a rematch, Canelo would kill this guy again. Then you got Triple Cheese over here. Can't take body shots. He don't like it to the body. That's why he keeps jumping back, people. That's why he's jumping back. Canelo shoots to the body. He jumps back. Canelo throws a hook to the body. He jumps back. Because he can't take it to the body. That's why he got that big old back brace belt around his waist. He don't want nobody to go to the body. I just know Triple G is airbrush BS, and I don't want to see no airbrush BS get put over real fights. There's no way in the world this fight was a draw. And I made money off of it. I don't know who in Kentucky want to talk to me right now, but they gotta wait. No, but a lot of people don't jump back from body shots. They can stay in the pocket and give it back. So he ain't fighting a Mexican style. Mexicans don't jump back like that. No, he knows how to catch shots. Gennady don't know. Only thing he knows how to do is catch it with his face. He made Triple G look like a 50-year-old man in the ring. So a man who's supposed to destroy everything he hits, and he don't even bruise Canelo. He got one little red mark under his eye. That is the extent of your destructive power, Canelo Alvarez. I mean, Silly G. Yes, CompuBox said that. Exactly. Keep trusting CompuBox, a human-made service. We're talking about effective punches. Canelo blocked or caught the majority of every punch Gennady Golovkin threw. Show me any really telling shots that Gennady landed the entire fight. All his stuff was glove punching. Glove punching. I'm gonna show you. Look, okay, let's go through this. Let's do another breakdown. Right here. I don't even know what's finna happen. But let's watch. Let's see. Let me play it. Let me play it. Okay, let's see. Okay, what did that hit? Glove. He hit and caught it with the left glove. Did you see that? Tell me you saw it. He threw a punch. Gennady did. And Canelo caught it with the glove. Okay. Oh, there was a punch, and he got caught. Glove. Miss. 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 You see? Look at this. All these misses. Miss. Jab to his face. That's not moving. He's boxing him. What is you talking about? And he just hit him in his face. He's making this dude look like a 50-year-old bum. It's like somebody went on the street and said, hey, bum, you want to fight? I go fight. I fight. Okay, you pay. I fight. Lateral movement. He missed all those shots. Jeez. I know. I had to know. I had to go back and watch this fight again. I said, I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. What is going on around here? Triple whiff. That's what he should be called. Triple whiff. Misses another one. And misses another. And again. And again. Triple whiff Golovkin. He can't be beat. Yeah, that was effective, please. By just coming forward, not landing anything on Canelo and Alvarez all night long. Yeah, that's effective. That's effective. I call it defective. I didn't even put the word fans. I put people. That's Canelo at the end of the fight. Look at what the jab did to Canelo. Oh my God. Triple G, the destroyer. Oh my God. I can't even recognize Canelo. He destroyed him. He messed his hair up. Oh man. A lot of people are stupid. Do you realize that?
Where's the shit?
Show you HBO's Golden Boy? Okay. You can call in the Rope-A-Dope Radio tonight. Oh, you want to look at Triple G? My fault. My bad. There you go. Look at it. Look like he got another face growing out his face. This fight was a robbery. If I've ever seen one, no way, shape, or form did Gennady Golovkin win this fight. If there was anything I got wrong, probably one. It was some swing rounds. Like round 4, I think was a swing round. You could either gave that to Gennady or either 4 or 5. I think you could either gave to Gennady or Canelo. Round 8 is a swing round. But then again, the rounds that I gave to Triple G was swing. Could have swung for Canelo. Some people could have gave Canelo the 8th round. She didn't save Canelo. She's the only one to have the fight scored right. Canelo Alvarez, by him winning 118, 110, her score is just high. She at least had it right. I had her off by maybe 2 rounds. She gave him 2 rounds in the fight. I mean, the fight was close. You could have picked it. Of course, it didn't fit HBO's plans. Teddy always overreact. 2 judges didn't say Gennady Golovkin won the fight. To me, it was clear. It was precise. And that was that, man. I think I need a shower. So let me go and get out of here and get a shower. I think we done talked about this long enough.